Hello students, this is Miss Dalton, and this is a continuation of solving multi-step inequalities. Today we're going to look at inequalities where it's a little more challenging than just two steps, which is what we did on the previous video. So let's look at example 1. First of all, as you're solving these problems, follow along with these steps that are in the middle here. We've written them there to kind of help you along when you're solving the inequality. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is, again, this is just like solving an equation. So the very first thing we did when we solved an equation was we drew our line, and then we went ahead and we got rid of our parentheses. So here I need to distribute this 3, so I need to distribute it through. I'm going to take this 3 and I'm going to multiply it through. So 3 times x is 3x, and then 3 times negative 3 is minus 9. And then I'm going to bring down the plus 2, and then I still have the less than or equal to 20 on the right side. Now we're going to combine our like terms. So on the left side I can combine the negative 9 with the positive 2. So I'm going to bring down my 3x. Then we have negative 9 plus 2, which is minus 7. And then we have less than or equal to 20. Okay, at this point our variable is on the left-hand side. We want to circle it, and now we're going to try and get it by itself. The first thing we want to do is we want to zero out the negative 7. So to do that, we're going to add 7 to the other side. That's going to make this 0. And so then we bring down our 3x. We have 3x is less than or equal to 27. And then to get, this is 3 times x, so to get rid of multiplication, we divide both sides by 3. And this cancels, so our solution is x is less than or equal to 9. Okay, again, if you want to check it, I'm not going to do it on this video, but you can choose a value that is less than or equal to 9, and you can plug it back in up here. Okay, so if you want to pause the video and check it to make sure, go ahead and do that at this point. Okay, so when you checked it, hopefully you found that this is the correct answer. X is less than or equal to 9. So what we're going to do is we're going to graph it. Now again, the steps are over here, written on the right side of the problem, and so you can follow along with these steps. You're going to plot an open or a closed circle on the number. So on the number 9, we're going to put a 9 here. And remember, I like to have you put a couple of numbers on either side of it. So on the left side, it's going to be going down or decreasing in value, so 8 and then a 7. On the right side, it's increasing in value, so 10, 11. And then you want to plot an open or closed circle on the number. Well, because this is equal to, then we're going to plot a closed circle on the number 9. So just fill it in. And then because it is, so now it's less than, so we're going to shade where the numbers are decreasing, so on the less than side, which is to the left. We're going to put our arrow because it is going to go on forever, and now we have it graphed. Okay, moving on to the second example, you want to go ahead and simplify it. So let's go ahead and distribute to get rid of our parentheses. So we're going to take this negative 2 and we're going to distribute it through. So negative 2 times a is negative 2a, and negative 2 times a positive 2 is minus 4. And then we've got this negative here. Now we assume that if we have a negative out here, it's going to be a negative 1, and we're going to distribute that through. So negative 1 times positive 2a is a minus 2a, and negative 1 times a negative 4 is a positive 4, and then it's greater than 24. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and draw our line, and we're going to simplify this. You want to look for your like terms, collect your like terms. So we have a negative 2a and a minus 2a here, so negative 2a minus 2a, don't say that that's 0, that's going to be negative 4a. and then negative 4 plus 4, now that's 0, so those cancel. And so we still have greater than 24. Okay, now if you get lost, make sure that you're reading these steps. Now it says solve to get the variable on the left side. Now notice that both of these examples had the variable being on the left side. When you come to class tomorrow, we'll show you some where the variable is on the right side and what you need to do for that. So let's keep solving. Here we're going to divide by a negative 4. Now when you do that, what I always do is anytime I multiply or divide by a negative, I'm going to put a little star there to tell myself to not forget to switch my inequality. So this cancels, so then I have a, and because I've got this star here, I need to switch my inequality, so now it's going to be a less than symbol. And then 24 divided by negative 4 is negative 6. Okay, and again, you could check it. Don't forget, you can check it by choosing a number that is less than negative 6 and plugging it back in. But we're going to save time, and you can do that on your own. So this is my inequality. Now for the graph, again, I'll go have you go ahead and put a negative 6 on your number line, and then put some numbers on either side of it. So going lower than negative 6 would be negative 7, and then negative 8. Going greater than negative 6 would be negative 5, and then negative 4. Okay, so on negative 6, you're going to have an open circle. If you forget, notice that I've put a hint right here. If it's less than or greater than, it's going to be an open circle, and if it's less than or equal to and greater than or equal to, it's closed. And then because this is a less than sign, I'm going to shade to the left. Notice that alliteration, less than left. And you are done. Okay, so hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you're getting used to this now. When you come to class tomorrow, we'll show you some where the variable's on the right side, show you an easy way to do that. Oh, by the way, one more thing. I'm going to give you an opportunity for some extra credit here. I want you to come to class tomorrow, and if you want to do this extra credit, I want you to look up on the internet some ways, some words that mean less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to, and I want you to make it into, just draw like 4 quadrants, label one of them less than, one of them greater than, one of them less than or equal to, one of them greater than or equal to, and come up with some words that would mean that you would use those different inequalities. So that's some extra credit for you. See you later.